everybody? It's the Franz, and we're back again for our Monday Night Raw review for April 30th, 2018, the final Raw for April. We are into May starting tomorrow, and usually on this show, these reviews, I like to do video clips and, let you guys listen to the audio. Well, not going to do that tonight for the simple fact of the matter is there was nothing interesting on this show. Sunday is Backlash. I hope you knew about that because they didn't do much building for that show. Backlash is in 6 days. And this was a detriment of, and this was going to happen because of the Greatest Royal Rumble. Backlash suffers. We get matches that were just thrown on. We have Samoa Joe versus. We also have a couple of SmackDown versus Raw matches that are going to be happening at Backlash. But we have like Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins versus The Miz. The only matches that got built really up until this point was Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, which we thought might have been a Universal Championship match had Roman Reigns won the Universal title, which of course he didn't, thank fucking God. Because the lashing that he got from the fans tonight would have just been 10 times worse. We also had the women's championship, which I don't even fucking care about right now. Both women's titles on both brands are just garbage right now because of who's holding them and what the feuds are going to be about. We had another moment of bliss, which is change my channel worthy. I am not going to sit there and put you guys through that again. We listened to that mostly last week, and I just wanted to destroy everything I had and rip my ears out because it was just horrible. We had the Intercontinental title was on the line tonight. It was a very good match, but a great main event, which it was the main event like it should be. There's no excuse for the horrible, how bad this show was. Then we have fucking Roman Reigns cocksuckers on social media saying this is the worst crowd. This is one of the worst crowds ever because they're booing their boy. I'm sorry, if you have any superstar as your profile picture and your handle and your name is Roman Reigns something or Justice for Roman Reigns or this Roman Reigns and your name is Roman Reigns boy or Roman Reigns Stan or Roman Reigns whatever, you are disqualified from saying shit. You are nothing but a fanboy who just needs to get his dick, get Roman Reigns cock and balls out of your mouth and see for real that Roman Reigns is nothing but a failure. He's damaged goods. He's not going to ever be over. What they did today, I don't even understand what they were thinking. You took Roman Reigns and you had Jinder Mahal, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens all come out and pretty much bicker and fight like schoolgirls to see which one would face Roman Reigns later on in the night. I'm like, are you serious? What are you trying to do for this guy? This is not going to help Roman Reigns whatsoever. Then you have Bobby Lashley, who's irrelevant by now because the guy got zero reaction tonight, except for when he started attacking the hometown boys, which got him booze. And then they had Braun Strowman, who just won the 50-man Royal Rumble, which means absolutely nothing, obviously, after tonight. And having him come down to save Roman Reigns, who, by the way, almost who committed attempted murder last year, but we're supposed to forget about that. We had a stellar women's match too tonight with the leader of the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott versus Sasha Banks, with a little bit of tomfoolery or fuckery from the Riot Squad members, but you expect that. No Bayley help for her. Bayley was shown in the back, so it's going to be interesting to see what these two do next week because I don't think they're going to be on Backlash, which is fine. But they're slowly just building this breakdown that's going to see these two go at each other. So I can't wait to see what that does. Drew McIntyre live or Dolph Ziggler live tonight, and I figured that's because of the same reason that Drew McIntyre wasn't at the Greatest Royal Rumble is that they don't have a work visa ready for him to come up. So they were like, you know what? We'll just do a video for you. You guys can take the day off. So, which is fine. We don't have to see these guys over and over every single week because that makes them more special and it keeps them from being overexposed. The Authors of Pain, on the other hand, are getting the Braun Strowman post-draft treatment where they're just going to destroy a bunch of jobbers right now just to build them up. Of course, they face the formula for a tag team or a single star who is a heel that you want to give heel heat for, especially when we come to Canada or when they go to Canada, you always have them go up against somebody who is a hometown jobber. There's a hometown jobber, and who got entrances tonight, by the way, which hardly ever happens, go out there, and they got destroyed, giving the Authors of Pain the heat that WWE wants them to have. Then, of course, Ronda Rousey, who has been on, I think, every Monday Night Raw except for one since the Elimination Chamber, was in the corner of Natalya. So the slow burn for Rousey versus Natalya at probably SummerSlam. I don't think they're going to break this down till SummerSlam. That's like a SummerSlam build, probably. She was in the corner of Natalya when she took on Mickie James in a short match that it was just there to give Ronda Rousey some time on TV. She's not being overexposed as in the ring because we've only seen her wrestle once, but it's like she's been here all the time, like every week, and it's just what are they going to do? Have her just be Natalya's savior for the next 3 or 4 months? I don't know. And of course, the aforementioned Roman Reigns being big, and everyone, and that entire scene, which opened the show, we'll get in that in a minute, led to a 6-man tag match, which was pretty much the same old from last week. Just add Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal to the match that happened last week. And Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman were given a match between at Backlash, pretty much a rematch from last week, which I don't care unless something happens, and I'll talk about that later. I honestly don't care. It's really going to be tough on Thursday when we do preview and predictions. Or is it Friday? I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday. It's going to be really hard on Thursday or Friday to do preview and predictions for this show and even really talk about anything because this show has been hardly built. Backlash, it's a go-home show to Backlash, and Roman Reigns, of course, comes out, bitch moans and complains that he's the rightful Universal Champion. No, you're not. You got beat. You are not the Universal Champion, and that is that. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's see, anything else? Elias and Bob Roode had another match which ended in a confused, weird-ass finish as well. Talk about the AOP for a second. Seth Rollins came out and had a nice little promo, which I would play that, but it's like, it just broke down to the Miz Taraj, and yes, there's still the Miz Taraj. Dawn or their own theme musics with their own identity, which we saw at the Greatest Royal Rumble with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They'll still be in the Miz Taraj, and I'll talk about that later. Let's see here. Let's see. No. We did get a Hardy and we got a Hardy and Wyatt promo, which that was just weird, but it's good weird. Let's see here. No Way Jose and Baron Corbin actually had a match, and we'll talk about that too because Titus Worldwide. The biggest thing, not Roman beating Brock, which I'm sure Vince McMahon would have been steamed as fuck. I know Titus O'Neil is lucky Roman Reigns did not win the Universal title because I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon would be punishing him instead of doing something with this. Because if Roman Reigns winning the Universal title was not if he would have won the Universal title, and then we come to Monday and everyone's talking about Titus O'Neil slipping and falling under the ring, that would have pissed Vince McMahon off to no end. And this guy who already had some beef earlier, I think it was 3 years ago, when Daniel Bryan retired, that he would probably have been punished more than he was before. And I think that is mostly, yeah. We'll talk about everything as we go. The show started off with Roman coming into the ring to complain again. Says they showed the video of the cage breaking. You can actually see on slow-mo the rivets holding the cage wall together exploding and just going into every way direction. And they actually had Chad Patton, I think it was who was the referee for the match, tweet out that he made a mistake. Roman should have won the championship. It's my fault. Roman's at fault. Blah 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 blah. Give me a fucking break. And then they had Kurt Angle. I guess he was talking to Mike Rowan before the show. Say Roman Reigns should be the Universal Champion, but referees make mistakes. And Brock Lesnar's still Universal Champion until further notice. So it's oh come on. What do they expect for this guy? It's enough already. Roman says, no excuses, I'm the real Universal Champion, and the crowd breaks out in Roman sucks chants. Says, I should be champ, but I'm not yet, and a lot of you doubted me, or lost faith in me. Correction, Roman, everybody doubted you because nobody likes you, and nobody had faith in you from the beginning. I kept my word, I beat Brock in the cage. No, you didn't, or you would have the Universal title around your waist, or, holding it like a bag of laundry because you don't give a fuck about titles. And I will never lose faith in myself, and I would say that Brock to Brock, but we know he ain't here, but I had to turn my attention to Joe. Joe shows up on the Titantron in one of those selfie things, says, Roman Reigns, of course, I told you weren't going to beat Brock last time. He said, we lost faith in you, as if we ever had any faith in you as it was. Yes, Roman Reigns got roasted by Samoa Joe again. He says he promises to put Reigns to sleep this Sunday, which we'll talk about that on Thursday or Friday whenever we put the video up for the Backlash, which again is going to be hard to even have any talk about anything because most matches are just thrown together because they had to focus on the Greatest Royal Rumble midway between WrestleMania and Backlash. Now comes Jinder Mahal for whatever fucking reason. Oh, because he's actually from Canada. When WWE comes to Canada, they like to showcase the people who are actually from the country. And yes, Jinder Mahal, to anybody who is stupid to not know it, is actually from Canada. Jinder says Brock won fair and square at Backlash. She also said that you have no excuses to make. You just come out here making excuses while I actually have a reason to complain. Jeff Hardy cheated, and I should be United States Champion, blah, 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 which you will not get another rematch because Jeff Hardy's on SmackDown and he'll be replacing Randy Orton at Backlash. At Backlash, you will lose to Joe, and tonight you will lose to the Pharaoh Raja. Jinder says, one day I will raise the Universal Championship, then speaks in some Punjab, and you both such chants from the crowd. Excuse me. Then Sami Zayn comes out to a huge reaction because it's homecoming for the Canadians. He actually played it off as being a big babyface, which I'm loving Sami's heel run. This was not necessary to do. Quite honestly, I wish they would have kept Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens off of this show, unless they would have came out and just like roasted the fans. But no, Sami Zayn and both Kevin Owens, who comes out in a minute, both played up to the fans as if they were big baby faces. And I know they're in Canada, I know it's their hometown, but it wasn't necessary. Sami says, I'm in Montreal, he speaks French, let's get down to business. He says he couldn't go to the Greatest Royal Rumble because of vertigo, and I'm feeling better tonight. Quite honestly, and unfortunately, that's the way to say why he couldn't go to the Greatest Royal Rumble, even though I reported on Unscripted why he was unable to go to the Greatest Royal Rumble. He wasn't booked for the show. The problems between Syria and Saudi Arabia kept him from going to the show, but WWE's got to spin their own reason why he couldn't go. And in fact, what better way to make things right here in my hometown, because, big time heel in Canada and the United States is a big time babyface, so they're trying to pull the Bret Hart. They'll be back to being booed on Sunday. I want Roman Reigns. Here comes Kevin Owens to a huge reaction, wearing a blue KO shirt, a black shirt with a blue KO, with the O having in the middle the whatever that white symbol is that's on the Montreal Quebec flag. So of course he plays up to being a fan favorite because they are in Canada. Owens says some French, then hypes the crowd. But Sami, I know you can beat Roman Reigns. However, I think what people want to see right now is Roman versus Kevin Owens. Why? Why are three big time heels not big time heels, two big time heels in Jinder Mahal bickering and fighting who's gonna face Roman Reigns tonight? It's just, I don't know what they're trying to do. We're in Canada tonight. They're in Canada tonight. You have the most hated guy in all of WWE right now who can't go anywhere without getting booed. And you're going to sit there and have this guy come out, get booed, bitch, moan, whine, and complain, and then have Jinder Mahal come out and say, I want to face you. Nobody wants to see that match. Sami Zayn come out and say, I want to face you. And I'm sure people would want to see that match, especially if Sami won. And then you have Kevin Owens come out and say, I want to face you. These guys can beat you, but I know I want to take you out. And it's like, give me a fucking break. Tell me again, how is Vince McMahon getting Roman Reigns over with this? Because I don't know. Because he's like, oh, fuck it, they're going to boo him anyway, so he's like, fuck it, we're just gonna send these guys out there, they're gonna get cheered anyway, we're just gonna have Roman, and Roman's gonna get booed, so let's make a 6-man tag match. A 6-man tag match, because that's the best for business. We had a 10-man tag match last 2 weeks ago, a 10-woman tag match last week, and a 6-man tag match tonight. Is WWE like going into the creative move and Vince McMahon's like, done? What are we doing for tonight? Roman's doing nothing. Strowman's doing nothing. What about Lashley? He's got nothing. What about Zayn and Owens? Oh, and Jinder. Throw them together for a 6-man tag match. Done. No problem, Bash. We'll get to that. I quit. I don't know. It's just lazy booking right here. Why couldn't we get Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn with one of those guys beating Roman? Nope. I don't get what they want to do, but of course the Canadians beat down Roman until Lashley comes out and tries to help them out. That doesn't work for right now. Braun Strowman, who should not do anything that they just had him do tonight with having him be the savior to Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, as well to even up the odds, sending them off. So, of course, what happens? We get a 6-man tag match between those 6 guys later on, as I just did. Natty with Ronda Rousey in her corner versus Mickie James with Bliss was announced for tonight. I was like, oh God, please don't make this the main event. But it was not, thank God. Elias versus Bobby Roode. Match started during the break. I hate when that shit happens. Like, we had Elias come out there, and we didn't even get, Bobby Roode did not even get an entrance, if I'm correct, right? Did he? I think, I can't remember if he actually got an entrance or not. But anyway, they started the match during the break. Match ends when Roode goes for the glorious DDT. Earlier in the match, he tosses Elias in the corner. He does that thing where you try to jump, like you try to lift yourself up so you can go off, and like when someone goes underneath you, you go past them. Bobby Roode caught him, but Elias ends up hitting him with a mule kick into the throat. That was a big factor into this match. And what happens to the end? Glorious DDT, but Elias blocks that and rolls up Roode, who reverses it for a 2 count. Elias sends him onto the apron, and Elias then sends Bobby Roode. When you're live, it looked like he actually sent him throat first into the steel connector that goes from the post to the turnbuckle. But on further review, because Kevin Dunn's got to show this shit off, it actually hit him in the chest. So him playing up the fact that his larynx is crushed or something, or his larynx is hurt, kind of lost all that sizzle when you see he actually gets hit in like the mid-chest. So the ref never really made a decision for the match. He just called down the medical people, didn't do like the X, didn't ring the bell and say anything. Elias goes over and grabs the microphone and says, "Your winner, Elias," and he walks off. So Elias is 2-0 on Bobby Roode. And I don't know where they're going from here. Will we see a match added to Backlash for the kickoff show? I do not know. Authors of Pain versus Local Jobbers. What do you expect? The reason that Authors of Pain came to Monday Night Raw is because the Bludgeon Brothers are doing the exact same thing on SmackDown. They go in, they beat the fuck out of people, and they end the match like that. Last chapter after a Super Collider for the win for the AOP. AOP grabs the mic, and this is why I don't like the fact that they don't have Paul Ellering with them anymore, because these guys, they don't do well on the mic, honestly. They start talking, and then they start speaking in some kind of language that I don't know what it is. So they have the mic, and basically, what it basically boiled down to, from what I can understand, was they want all the tag teams on Raw that destruction is coming their way, and they're going to add the destruction to the Book of Pain. Whatever. I couldn't understand the thing they were saying half the time. Seth Rollins comes out and says, "You guys are wild tonight," because he's just playing up to the crowd. Montreal, I will give you guys your credit. You played up. You guys were great tonight. Absolutely great. Like, I wish, like, JD from NY206 says, we need to get WrestleMania back to Canada, because this crowd was fucking on fire for the majority of the night. They were dead for certain superstars in certain matches, but for like Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, they were hot. The opening segment for Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, they were fucking hot. Braun Strowman kind of, got some booze tonight too because of how they booked everything, but they were hot for the majority of this show. Ronda Rousey, they were hot for Ronda Rousey when she came out. They pretty much made her the majority of the show. For that point. Rollins says, "You guys are wild tonight. I love it. You know what's been wild the last month of my career? Let's go back to Mania, where I won the IC title, then going to South Africa, where I defended my title. Then on to St. Louis last week, where I was here for Monday Night Raw. Then to Saudi Arabia, where I defended the IC title in a fatal four-way ladder match. And now I'm here live here tonight. Then the crowd breaks out in a you know how you go if you watch Independent, it's all spray. They did that for Seth Rollins, and that was pretty cool. And You Deserve It chant says he's no good at this. Speaks some French, which I guess was thank you in French. I can't understand half of that shit anyway. Playing after the crowd says he wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. Says what kind of champion moving forward do I want to be, and what I don't want to be is anything like Brock Lesnar. Hey, the truth is, he's not the legit Universal Champion because you saw Roman's feet hit first. If you look on further inspection, one of Roman's feet is actually on the ring apron, on the ring skirt, so whatever. I want to be a fighting champion. I want to be out here, and then Finn Balor's music hits. He's wearing the rainbow colors shirt again because everyone bitched, whined, moaned, and complained the fact that he didn't take it to Saudi Arabia with him to show off his LGBT support, which, first and foremost, you fucking idiots, Saudi Arabia has different laws than you do here. Showing that off probably would have been a bad idea for a babyface Finn Balor. People don't fucking think. Just like people said that it was controversy that WWE went to Saudi Arabia when the women couldn't actually go. Not really. He speaks French, which gets the crowd hyped again because, it's 50-50 French and English in Montreal. And Balor says, Seth, you're right in how close I came to becoming IC champion, but hats off to you, Seth. You beat me barely, but you did beat me he put his fingers up and said, by this much. You did the way I see it. We had 4 single matches. Both of us have won 2. Now we're out here talking about being a fighting champion. How about a match right here tonight? Seth Rollins is like, well, I have a match with The Miz on Sunday. The crowd's like, oh, come on, and then he's like, well, but tonight I'm gonna leave it up to the fans. The fans ask, can we have that? And he's like, you want to see a match between me and Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title? Crowd goes wild for that. Anytime you tease a title match on live TV, fans are gonna go crazy for it. They could be the deadest crowd in any place, but if it's like, hey fans, do you want to see me as the Intercontinental Champion versus this superstar over here? Crowd is gonna pop, no matter what. They shake hands, and then the Miztourage come out, because I don't know who in the back thinks they should still be called the Miztourage. Miz is on SmackDown, and they are on Raw. Give them a new name. They come out, and they try to recruit these guys to make a new group. They want to be the 4 horsemen of WWE. They had 2 shirts on with all 4, with them 2, with Balor, Rollins, Dallas, and Axel on them. There was a white shirt that had heads of all 4 guys that looked like they had electrical tape taped around them. Fucking stupid. And then, of course, they're like, hey, we gotta talk about this. They turn around and they, have a little talk. It's like, that's gonna be a hard no. Curtis Axel looks like he's all depressed and everything, and then these 2 get beat down and thrown out of the ring. Seth Rollins has his back turned to Finn Balor, who hits him with the spinning elbow drop, where it looks like he has him a Scorpion Deathlock, and he spins around and hits him with the elbow. I don't know what they call that, and starts taunting him. So that got a little bit of booze. So that actually played into how the reaction was for Finn Balor a little bit later in the night. The crowd didn't forget. So I was thinking, oh fuck, are we gonna have a rematch again between these 2 teams of the Miztourage versus Balor and Rollins? Thank fucking God it wasn't that. And that was the last time we saw the Miztourage, who should be called something else for now. We don't need to see the Miz's Titantron. We don't need to see the Miz's music, and the Miztourage should not be a fucking name. These guys are worth way more than what they were actually given. Give me a fucking break with this shit. Sasha Banks versus Ruby Riott. This match was actually pretty good. I wish I would have actually been taking notes, but this match was pretty good. They did halfway through the match show Bayley, who before the match, Sasha Banks was in gorilla position, because that's where they do interviews now, is in the gorilla position. Anytime you see these guys in this position, in this backstage area, and it has these marble-looking walls, that's gorilla. She's being asked, did you talk, you have a match against Ruby Riott. have you been able to talk to Bayley and actually get her to come be at your corner? And Sasha Banks is like, no, I haven't. No text, no tweet, no voicemail, no nothing from her this week. So I'm going out on my own. And she does. Does play into a factor later on in the match. They do, of course, show Bayley, and she has her arms crossed, not looking happy at all. Like, I don't know where they're going with Bayley. Is she going to be the one to turn heel? Or will we see Sasha Banks in the near future in a match where Bayley is out there, those two just go to blows, and Sasha Banks turns the heel, or Bayley turns the heel? I don't know what is what right now. This match ended where pretty much Ruby Riott got put in the bank statement after Sasha Banks kind of messed up on the backstabber. Instead of hitting her, like getting the knees into the back, she got into like her back legs. That looked like that hurt a little bit more. She has her in the bank statement. Sarah Logan comes into the ring to distract the referee. Liv Morgan comes out in on the other side and pulls Ruby Riott out of Sasha Banks' way. Sasha Banks ends up getting Ruby Riott onto the apron, does a jump over and double knees into Ruby Riott's head onto the LED post. Then she runs and does the double knees off the apron onto Liv Morgan, gets back into the ring. Well, gets Ruby Riott back into the ring. She goes up top, try to do something, but Sarah Logan gets on the apron, distracts Sasha Banks, who eats a stiff-looking elbow from Ruby Riott, who ends up hitting a Riott kick while Sasha Banks is on the top rope, and your winner is Ruby Riott. So I'm sure we're going to get an argument, probably either at Backlash or the night after, between Sasha Banks and Bayley, with these two hopefully coming to blows at Extreme Rules, which I think is actually no. When is the next pay-per-view after this one? We have Backlash. Is Money in the Bank like right after Backlash? I'm not sure. But hopefully in the near future we'll see what happens between these two. Then we had another moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss, and I reached for my PlayStation controller because I am using PlayStation Vue, and hit the nice little click pad to change the channel. I wasn't dealing with this shit. I don't give a fuck about Alexa Bliss and this entire I'm not the bully, it's Nia Jax's. When I win the women's championship match, I will persevere over bullying. No, bitch, if you won the women's championship match, you would go back to being the same bitch that you've been since day one. Well, since you actually turned heel in NXT. The nickname shouldn't be Little Miss Bliss, it should be Little Miss Bitch. Then, of course, the Titus World slide thing was brought up. They had him in the back with Renee Young. She shows the clip from this past Friday. He's like, first started off like, I don't know when a plan comes together. You know what? Fuck it. I fell. I fell, but it's not about the fall part. It's the fact that if you fall, you get back up, and hopefully, kids will be inspired. Kids, adults, and anybody will be inspired to, get back up and fight for what they want. Baron Corbin comes in and says, Titus, you know what's more impressive and inspirational? If you didn't fall at all. And Renee, I don't know why you're wasting your time with this guy. And he walks off. She's about to say something, but Titus is like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. They did after this announce Balor versus Rollins in the main event for the Intercontinental title, which that was a great fucking match. We get a promo from Matt Hardy, and they start flashing up pictures of historical events, and they either put a cutout of Hardy and Wyatt's heads onto certain items, or in certain pictures you see Hardy and Wyatt in them, and I'm like, okay, that's just fucking weird, but it is this thing. Wyatt comes in and says, we are the darkness and the light, and our shadow will rule over everybody. He had both tag team titles on his shoulders for whatever reason. He hands one to Matt Hardy. They laugh, I think, a little bit, and then say run, and that was that. Michael Cole, of course, is still trying to bury this entire Matt Hardy Bray Wyatt thing as best as he can, and I think it's fucking pathetic. Just my opinion. 6-man tag match: Owen, Zayn, and Mahal versus Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley. First thing before the match even starts, Roman Reigns got booed, obviously. Bobby Lashley got no reaction. Braun Strowman got a mixed reaction because of they're in Canada and he's going up against Zayn and Owens. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got the huge babyface reactions, and Jinder Mahal got 0 reactions. So, two of the 6 guys there did not get a single fucking reaction. Nobody fucking cared. Jinder Mahal and Bobby Lashley. Nobody cared about them. And is WWE trying to get is WWE trying to hurt Braun Strowman by having this guy come out here and be Roman Reigns' savior? Are you fucking kidding me? After the wars and battles those two went through last year, you're going to have him come out and do that shit? Give me a goddamn break. Damn. Roman gets booed, Zayn and Owens get their cheers, and, the rest was silence. This match was back and forth with Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns doing most of the work, as you expect. They got to do as much. The fact that they have Braun Strowman in matches like this is because he is a bigger guy and he can't do much. He can't do as much as like a Roman Reigns or a Kevin Owens or a Sami Zayn or a Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley can do something. Match ends. Strowman tags in. He takes down Jinder. He goes and runs over Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He goes back in, takes down Jinder Mahal again. He runs over Sami Zayn again. He tries to run over Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens moves out of the way, and he just tosses him like a paper doll. By the way, the Greatest Royal Rumble trophy, like anyone probably expected, was out at ringside for this event. They did not have him come out with the title belt, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that thing anytime soon ever again, unless they do another Greatest Royal Rumble and just have Braun Strowman be not in the match and had to pass it on to the next winner. Haluva kick caught by Bobby Lashley as Jinder Mahal's in the ring in the corner when Braun Strowman come back in. He goes charging and of course does the spot that's been overused by now, just like the Tower of Doom has, which surprisingly we did not get in this match, which we usually get a Tower of Doom. And he ends up running shoulder first. Sami Zayn's going for a not a Tower of Doom, but a Haluva kick, but Bobby Lashley catches him, turns him around, and does a belly-to-belly toss-over suplex. But he ends up getting hit with a super kick. He ends up hit with a super kick by Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal eats a spear. Owens goes for the cannonball because the crowd is getting hyped for this. The crowd is like, yeah, do it. And he goes for the cannonball. Braun Strowman sits back up, or springs back up, grabs him, goozles him, picks him up, hits him with a power slam. The crowd is booing Braun Strowman at this time, but as soon as the count starts, 1, 2, 3, half the crowd's booing, half the crowd's counting 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. Your winners are Lashley, Reigns, and Braun Strowman, as usual. This one, and this is going to be Titus O'Neil's gimmick from now on. Baron Corbin versus No Way Jose. Baron Corbin's beating the total fucking hell out of No Way Jose. All of a sudden, you hear the whistle and the music of Titus Worldwide and Titus O'Neil, who has an actual whistle in his mouth. Dana Brooke and Apollo Crews has a towel in his fucking hand for whatever goddamn reason. Well, they go down a little bit further, and Titus O'Neil starts to run like he did at the Royal Rumble, but they stop him. They're like, no, hold on. Apollo Crews grabs his towel and starts wiping it wiping the area where he would have tripped. Titus does a bunch of big steps, like he was trying to, sneak into a house or something, and gets past that. So what does Titus O'Neil do this time? At the Royal Rumble, he slipped and fell on accident. This time, he gets up on the apron, slips his foot, and ends up falling hip first onto the apron. Baron Corbin actually cracked a smile, went to go taunt Titus O'Neil, and gets rolled up by No Way Jose. 1, 2, 3, and No Way Jose gets a distraction for a victory, which is fucking pathetic. So Baron Corbin just got jobbed out to No Way Jose, and Vince McMahon wants to make this guy a big-time heel on Monday Night Raw. That's not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. So yes, Titus O'Neil's gimmick from now until Vince McMahon doesn't find it funny anymore is find different ways to slip and fall and make yourself look like a fucking loser. It was funny at the Greatest Royal Rumble. This shit's not going to be funny anymore. It was one time. It was a meme. It was a gif. It's going to be there. And WWE said, well, let me get my Vince McMahon. Well, Titus, you're going to slip and fall different ways. You know how Kofi does the Kofi escape? He gets back in the ring without his feet touching the floor. Well, you're going to do that, but you're going to slip and fall every time something different. You did it at the Rumble. You're going to do it at Monday Night Raw. Think about it and do what you can. Okay, Vince. Okay, Vince. That sounds like a brilliant idea. That was my best Titus O'Neil, and I probably was sucked at it. I saw it, Titus. But yeah. Expect from now until Vince McMahon theory gets so boring that people will start booing Titus O'Neil that he's going to slip and fall one way or another and fuck up matches, distract people, and have it's gonna start being it feels forced. It felt forced tonight. It didn't feel legitimate. Friday it felt legitimate, and the fact that the camera cut away just simply because if it was supposed to happen, the camera would have stayed on it from the start. This one was on purpose, and this one felt forced as fuck, and expect more of these because this is Vince McMahon's way of being fucking pathetic. Natalya versus Mickie James. Rousey and Bliss were at ringside. Rousey chant from the crowd. But this match was way shorter than the other women's match, which we got two singles women's matches on TV, which saw Banks versus Riot, and of course Natty versus Mickie James. Natty pretty much owned Mickie James from the majority of this match because of the compromised arm that Mickie James has due to Ronda Rousey making her little bitch last week. Bliss did get on the apron trying to get involved, but Ronda Rousey sees this. Bliss is still on the apron. She doesn't get back down immediately. Ronda Rousey starts walking over. She has the evil "I'm going to kick your ass" face on, and Alexa Bliss gets down, but Ronda Rousey starts chasing her around the ring. While the camera is following while they're following the chase around the ring, somehow, someway, Natalya gets on top of Mickie James and just beats her 1, 2, 3. So the victory for Natalya was taken away, or the significance of it, which it really wasn't, but you know what I mean. Any pop or anything for Natalya beating Mickie James was taken away because Ronda Rousey was chasing off Alexa Bliss. Ronda Rousey gets back in the ring. Alexa Bliss is on the ramp. Nia Jax's music hits. She drops the title, which I guess she got her side plates now gave for her. But she chases Alexa Bliss, who jumps out of the barricade and on her way back to the way, and she gets in the ring. She has a serious look on her face for a minute, looking at Ronda Rousey, sizes up Natalya, gets in between the two and just raises their hands. And the look of "I'm going to kill you" face for Ronda Rousey disappeared, and the smile was back. So yes, again, slow burn for Natalya versus Ronda Rousey, and I honestly think that's going to be SummerSlam. We will not see Natalya versus Ronda Rousey. I think we're going to see a tag match at Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules or whatever else they're going to do for a pay-per-view. I think we're going to get Natalya and Ronda Rousey versus Mickie James and Alexa Bliss or somebody for those two. No Ember Moon tonight, which is fine. We don't need to see her every week. No Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler live. That was fine. We didn't need to see both. We don't need to see everybody. See, this was good for this week because we didn't have to see Ember Moon and Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler wrestle every week. There is so much talent on these rosters that we don't need to see everybody every week. Next week, we shouldn't see the Authors of Pain. We've seen them 3 weeks in a row. Give them time away and have Drew McIntyre them out next week. Or the Revival versus the Hardys. The Little Worlds were only in a promo. Same thing with McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Strowman, Lashley, and Owens were made. Strowman and Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was announced for Backlash. I don't fucking care about that match unless the only thing that will make me care about that match is if Bobby Lashley turns heel and Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn beat down Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman ends up getting screwed out of that match. And then, of course, what leads to Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman, big man versus big man. You know, Vince McMahon would be shooting would be ejaculating in the back for that match. Promo by McIntyre and Ziggler pretty much saying they're here to pretty much not just steal the show, they're going to take it. And pretty much a good little promo right there for them. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. Very fucking good match. This was a show stealer. This was by far the match of the night for sure. These guys put on one hell of a show. It was this is how good this match was. Is that I didn't want to. I was like it was like 10:52 when this match started. I believe when they were having the entrance is at 10:52. So I was like, it's gonna be a 10-minute match. We're gonna have a commercial, which we did. Then we missed a good bit of it. But post commercial, this match was on fire from that point on. It felt like they were nice and slow in the beginning, kept it on going. They were good. They were okay back and forth, but at the commercial, it was like they were going 20-minute miles. The pace picked up after that commercial break that we had. We had a Falcon Arrow into a superplex, like the superplex into the Falcon Arrow was reversed. Not into a roll-up this time, but Finn Balor hit his own Falcon Arrow, which was fucking beautiful. Finn Balor tried multiple times to hit the coup de grace and couldn't get it done. Seth Rollins goes for the curb stomp multiple times and finally hits it to win the match. This match had everything that you wanted from these two. I was just hoping that Finn Balor would have turned heel after the match. You know, he gets up, they shake hands, and then he low blows him. Like, you know, we had Sammy, like, instead of, you know, going down low blow with the elbow, with the uppercut, just a kick to the balls or something. That would have been great, but we didn't get that. This match was great. This match was just showing that these guys could battle over and over and over again. This match was what Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania should have been in quality and everything else. These guys put on a hell of a show for a Raw, and quite honestly, the Intercontinental title was put on in the main event in a title match where it should have been. When they made the match for the 6-man tag match in Lashley, Reigns, and Strowman versus the 3 Canadians, I was like, oh, Jesus, that's going to be the main event. And it was not. I was fucking happy about that. If you have not seen this match and you're wondering, is there anything good for Monday Night Raw to watch? Watch this match. This match is great. These guys can put on a hell of a show. They did. It was as good as, it was better than the rematch. This was the rubber match. I don't know how you do what 2-2 means if it's a rubber match still. But yes, this was a great match. I can't do it justice. Like I said, there was a Falcon Arrow attempt, like a superplex into a Falcon Arrow attempt by Seth Rollins towards the end of the match. And that got reversed into a Falcon Arrow by Finn Balor, and it looked like he was going to win right there. It was 1, 2, and the referee hand looked like it was coming down for a 3 all the way, and Seth Rollins kicked out. Definitely think that Finn Balor tried 3 or 4 coup de grace, was not able to hit one. Seth Rollins, of course, tried 3 or 4 blackout curb stomps before he finally got one. It was just a stellar match overall. This was Monday Night Raw for the first hour, 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. You could have missed this match right here. This match you got to see. I'm pretty sure the crowd in Montreal got a good treat because they got to see the entire match. I wish the cameras would roll completely and we would be able to see the entire match without commercial breaks because, well, of course, they do have their breaks. Also, tonight for Kevin Dunn and the production crew, twice in this match and a previous match also, they cut away to commercial, and I think it was the 6-man tag match actually. Yeah, it was a 6-man tag match and this match. They cut away to commercial, but they didn't set up to it. Like Corey Graves in this match was saying something to respond to Corey, not Byron Saxton, but Coach or Michael Cole. He was in mid word, and they cut the commercial break. Earlier, they had Kevin Owens attacking, and it's like they cut to commercial break. That's not a setup for commercial break. Anytime it's like right here on Monday Night Raw or something like that is a setup to commercial break. It was just like a nitpick for me that they were off on a couple things tonight when it comes to production. Did production and Kevin Dunn have a little jet lag, or did his teeth fall out? Where's my teeth? Where's my teeth? Oh, they fell out. Oh, there they are. I gotta get back to work. Kevin Dunn. But a match like this is great. This was the only positive coming out of Monday Night Raw, 100%. Roman Reigns bitch complaining, whining, crying, moaning, trying to beg, and I'm surprised he didn't get on his hands and knees and be like, please, Kurt, give me another match against Brock Lesnar. Having 3 heels come out, two of them get a babyface reaction, the other one no one cares about. Bitching, whining, moaning, bickering like little schoolgirls, having a popularity vote. Let's have a popularity vote. Should Jinder, Sami Zayn, or Kevin Owens, all 3 individually, go against Roman Reigns? Of course, Kevin Owens got the biggest pop. That's not needed in wrestling. Why the fuck was that there? That was fucking stupid. And Braun Strowman being put as and getting booed because he's with Roman Reigns. It's like, if you want somebody as a babyface to get heel heat, put him with Roman Reigns, because nobody likes Roman Reigns. Again, Vince McMahon, I don't know what you were trying to do tonight to try and get Roman Reigns over, but you absolutely 100% failed. This was a terrible show up until the main event. The show until that main event was missable. Yes, the women's match was pretty good. The first one, Sasha Banks and Ruby Riott. But still, I don't like... A good match can be ruined by a shitty finish. And I was hoping... I'm so glad they didn't do it either, because with the fact that the Miztourage, as they're still called, I don't know, Axel and Dallas got attacked by Finn Balor and Seth Rollins earlier in the night. I was hoping, and I'm glad they didn't do it, I was hoping they would not come out and ruin the match, which they could have did that if they wanted to. It is Vince McMahon, and you know how he works. But that is your Monday Night Raw review for April 30th, 2018. I will be back again for our May 1st edition of SmackDown Live, and then Wednesday with NXT. We have Backlash, of course, on Thursday. We have a Backlash preview prediction on Thursday. And shout out to everybody who has subbed to me. We did hit 100 subs on here. I thank you guys all for that. Let's keep that sub count going. I did get I do have my own personal URL now, which is pretty awesome. Really makes it look a lot. It really makes it puts it into perspective. I want to see if I can get to that 1,000 sub goal and the 4,000 watch hours to get myself up there with other content creators to improve this, because I want to try and make this be as best as it can be. Get a new microphone, get a new setup, get some walling in here to, cut down on the echoing, because yes, it does have a little echo to it. I know that. And, try and make this better for you guys. But make sure to follow me on Twitter at follow me on twitch.tv/thefrauds08, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you thought of the Intercontinental title match and anything else that happened tonight on Monday Night Raw. Until tomorrow night, I will see you guys later.